Yep.
Hey kid, wanna buy some horsepower? What's up guys? Welcome back. Part 2 of the build. Today we started the disassembly process of the engine. This is a really cool process. I pulled a couple of these engines before with friends. This is, I think, the third EK series motor that I've pulled. I pulled a D series before with my friend up in North Georgia before. This was when I was like a teenager. So it's been a minute since I've pulled a single cam motor from one of these cars, but luckily I have my friend Jake with Slightly Mangled here. He's like the guru when it comes to this stuff, especially with the lifted Honda stuff. Really thankful that he's helping me take this on, you know, because it's definitely something that's not an amateur process by any means. But today we got in, we started looking at the motor. We were trying to figure out if we could get it running better. It seemed to be down a cylinder when we got the car. It ran and drove onto the trailer just fine, but when we finally brought it here, we started to look at it, and today we finally diagnosed the engine. Got a new cap, rotor, plugs. We went at it and just took a look at it, and before we put it all on, Jake said, why don't we do a compression test? Okay, sure. We pulled out the gauge, took everything out, unplugged all the injectors. Number 1 was fine, number 2 was fine, cylinder number 4 was just fine. Number 3, dead. 0 PSI on the gauge. So immediately like, oh man, that's kind of a bummer. We decided that we're going to pull out the engine with the harness all in one go. Normally, you would just, if you're changing out an engine, you would unplug every sensor on this, but saves a couple hours in the process, and since we're not really having to worry about putting them all back together, we don't have to worry about which one's labeled what, which one goes where. We just yank all the harness out in one piece, and makes it a whole lot easier than if you're trying to just change out the motor. But on top of that, we've drained all the fluids. So we took out all the coolant, we took out all the engine oil. It's all gonna come out. We'll make sure to keep you updated. Well, there's no engine in here. Day 2 had a surprise for us, and we went ahead and pulled the engine. Yesterday we started pulling the motor. We pulled the passenger side, axle assembly, suspension, everything, and loosened up a whole bunch of stuff in here. And then today worked on the driver's side, which took absolutely forever. And then we went ahead and disconnected everything, took the harness out in one piece, dropped the engine, and got it out. It's currently sitting behind the camera right now. So the motor and trans, they're gonna be for sale. One complete unit. They're gonna have everything, torque mounts, whole 9 yards, pretty much everything needed to just swap it into a car. It does have a dead cylinder. Cylinder number 3 probably has a hole in the piston or something along those lines. We didn't really fully diagnose it just yet with like an oscilloscope, go in there and take a look at it, but with 0 compression and the fact that the valve train looked a-okay, probably safe to assume that it's got a hole in the piston. So next steps for this is we're gonna go ahead and put everything back together on the suspension side of things and make this roll on the ground. We're gonna roll it out of the shop, move the CRV into the shop, start wrenching on it to move all the parts off and get it ready for the transplant on this car. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Oh yeah, and like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, thanks. If you like what you're seeing here, be sure to go check out the Slightly Mangled YouTube page. Slightly Mangled is the channel that's going to be covering this car in depth, every step of the process. And be sure you subscribe to S3 Magazine as well. We'll be doing condensed versions like this one every week, hopefully every week. Just little mini updates. You can check them out on the website and also here on YouTube, so be sure you subscribe there too. I think that's it for today. Let us know what you think. Still looking for a name for this car. This whole project, we don't have anything catchy or clever or anything. So best idea wins, as long as it's YouTube friendly, content friendly, whatever. I'm interested, we're excited, and we'll see you in the next one.